Alright, welcome to another week of Ether Raids. We're taking on Karen to start with. I am so tired. I spent like the last couple hours before reset just trying to put together, scrape together a defense. I had to I think I broke down the defense from last season and then last light season. And then I just try to fit some pieces together and try to make it a little bit different, because the same thing wouldn't have worked again since the mythic is different, and also it's full tower season, which means that I have to run Medius. So I guess it's a little different, but I don't know, man. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I'm not very I don't have high expectations for it performing, and it's kind of sad because it's really I feel like a lot of that is down to the mythics. Loki's decent. Medius has the role of Revolt Tower, but aside from that, I really would have liked to run someone else. But there just isn't a really good Dart Mythic, as I'm sure you all are aware, for me to really go all in terms of trying to build something really good. So yeah, hopefully it performs well. We'll see what happens. I tried a bunch of different stuff too. I tried to put Alphonse on defense. I tried Felix. My setup, I didn't really want to use Felix, but the setup that I was using wouldn't have utilized Felix's full potential on defense. So I just gave up on that idea because it wouldn't have made any sense for me to run him. I was trying to think of a combination with Felix and Winter Edelgard so that you have +2 +2, 4 actions. You could probably take out 4 units, but only one of them would be able to run the Warp Ring. And then it all depends on if there's someone for them to initiate on. And ultimately, I couldn't get either of them to take out Emblem Ike, who's if or rather when he's properly supported. So it just didn't make any sense to use it. So and also this is the current proper Emblem Ike setup, in my opinion at least. You pop Seth there, you put down some Stone Terrains, he just doesn't die. Literally, he just doesn't die. You see the numbers, you see the stats. You could probably even get more stats on him if you run different skills and stuff. Asker gives him extra defense as a support stat, the Resonance. Although you could probably swap that out for a different support unit or a different mythic, but Asker is what I got, so there he is. But yeah, you're not killing this Ike. I think the only thing that I would worry about is since I don't have what he would really need is let's say Brave Robin, male, to get the Rally Spectrum so that he can always trigger his special. That's the only thing that's missing from the setup. But aside from that, you're just not killing him. Really, no, it's not happening. Yeah, I tested this against my defense, or against the defense with Edelgard and Ike, with what am I saying? With Edelgard and Felix, and Felix just tinged off this and did nothing. So I was like, all right, well, this doesn't make any sense then. So I had to put something else together to finally get it to work. Yeah. So all in all, we'll see how the defense goes. And then from here, we jump into Chaos Season next week, which is a huge relief because I'm actually kind of running low. I've had to use so many Dark and Light Blessings just to get things to work now, since the meta is kind of different. Not only that, because other people are putting Felix on defense, I don't necessarily... One of the other things that's missing from this team is that you can warp towards the back row and try to take out one of my units that way. So that's definitely missing, but Gatekeeper would have solved that problem, but I can't really fit Gatekeeper on this team, I don't think. I mean, maybe, again, you could probably take out Asker for Gatekeeper, but I don't want to do that. So there's that. So I probably wouldn't really use this if there's a Felix running around, because if he has the Celica ring, then he can warp to places that I probably don't want him to warp to. So there's that.
I've got this.
But I have other teams. I finally well, I'm trying to figure out like how to put together something to deal with Felix on defense. I think I know what direction I'm heading in, but I still got to put together like the final pieces. All right, gotta get the pots here. I might need a moment to think about this because they're not in the best position here. I can't let out Ninian, and
is it time?
I'd probably want to box in Crom here.
Good morning.
I think I might need to do something like this.
Maybe this way.
Something with Peony here is gonna work out. Yeah, I think we can box in Crom if I make my moves correctly here. Alright, so we're going to try to box in Crom here. I've thought out the strategy. It should work out. We're going to box in Crom and take out Ninian in the same turn. Alright, so that aside, last week was fantastic. Astra Anima. I think that's pretty much the last season that we're going to have Ather bonus for a while. Well, actually, no, she's going to be bonus in Chaos season as well. So I'm sure a lot of you are excited about that because some of the Chaos options are usually pretty bad. So we get a break and we get to use good mythics for once. I'm not too sad about Jimbro not being bonus anymore because aside from the bonus doubler and the ability to take out Ikes or actually take out Heathrun,
which path to take?
What did I say? Yeah. Aside from that, it really doesn't bring that much to the table, and also it's kind of a downside or a detriment when you're against Nurgle teams. So I'm kind of not too disappointed that his bonus season is over, but I'm definitely kind of sad that Heathrun is no longer bonus because she did appreciate having those extra stats. But that's fine. Yeah, this is pretty much all that's on my mind right now. I'm really tired. I just barely got the defense together in time for me to get hit. So we'll see how it holds up. But GG's. Alright, so it is another day. We're taking on Isaac today. I only played one match because so much of my time was spent yesterday building a defense. I didn't have a lot of energy left to actually play another match, but here we go. We're playing Ike, or we're fighting Ike today, as well as a Cavline here. Not sure. This is my highest scoring team because of Asker. He's the mythic that came home. So we're gonna use this team to pretty much try to get this one out the park. My only concern is the enemy Ike warping to somewhere that I don't want him to warp to, but aside from that, my Ike won't die. So I'm gonna have to, one of the things, this is so annoying to do lately, because it's twofold. Because of the warping that, let's say, Emblem Ike or Felix can do on defense, I've started to, or at least most people, I don't know, I haven't really checked, but one of the ways that you can play around it is to just group your units together or just close all the gaps. A lot like what you would do when save balls were a thing, which is why in my head I'm kind of thinking that they're probably going to bring save balls back because, I mean, aside from Embla, there really is no negatives to running them right now because the meta is really just forcing you to clump your units together, and the only real counter to that is Discord and the potential of your units getting sniped. So Discord is pretty much everywhere, alongside the fact that a lot of debuffs now spread to foes within 2 spaces of foes, so you're getting hit anyways, so you might as well just bundle all your units together and just eat the debuffs. There's no going around it unless you have some type of penalty neutralization effect from let's say Freyr or Attune Micaiah. So that's what I've been really doing in practice. I've just been playing some practice matches and I've just been eating the debuffs and not caring. And Sedith here makes that really easy to do because he provides so much stat support. He gives a lot of flat damage reduction, and then when you couple that with what Lumira does with the stone terrain, it's just like it kind of offsets the debuffs, I feel. I don't know if it's exactly and it also helps that Ike has penalty neutralization in his weapon, so there's that as well, so it kind of doesn't matter to him. So I guess it, like, when you're trying to pick your, or like if you decide to go that route and start to run saves again, which is probably what I'm going to do. Like, I've already been doing it in Astra Anima with Amelia and Gatry, so I'm probably going to like see which save units I can dust off to bring them into the current meta and see how they perform against some of the current threats that are running around. It's really looking like Hardy Fighter, man. It's looking like Hardy Fighter all day. That's the meta that it's leaning towards. Armored Blaze, Armored Beacon, they just don't...
I've got this.
It's not enough. You're gonna need the Hardy Fighter, man, especially if you're getting outsped, if you're getting doubled. You're definitely gonna need the Hardy Fighter. I'm really kind of leaning towards speedy armors. That's where my mind is at. So I'm looking at like Brave Corrin. I'm probably gonna like see if I can get Grima up and running. Fallen Grima.
It's a promise.
Rearmed Grima. And then I don't know, man. I was even thinking of like dusting off my Ascended Fjorm. It's kind of crazy because she's actually now in the regular pool, so you can just pull copies of her, which is so super crazy. But also at the same time, I've been doing some testing with her, and she is like fantastic. I forget why I had to bench her. I think she was getting Veronica. I had to bench Ascended Fjorm because Veronicas were literally everywhere. And Veronica would just destroy Fjorm alongside Kron at the time. And also Catcher Balls were a thing back then. So it was a lot that Fjorm had to deal with, getting hit 4 times in a row. Just brave attacks in general don't do well into Fjorm. Ascended or her summer version, they really don't appreciate getting hit multiple times. But Ascended Fjorm actually is a legitimate pick. I hope I get to show it off later on in the week, but she is like putting out numbers now, especially if you support her properly with Sedith again. But you actually don't 100% need him depending on your team composition and how invested your Fjorm is. So yeah, you're probably going to see that at some point throughout this week. But yeah, saves are back, I feel like. We're just waiting on those tier 4 save skills to see what they do. And then it's just going to be a full renaissance. I don't see a reason why they would, like, at this point, hold it off any longer, because we're already, like, I feel like we're already, like, leaning towards that playstyle because of all of the warping shenanigans in the game. It's really similar to how legendary Sigurd, when he came out, and he was just able to snipe units behind you because of the fact that there was just no space to hide your units. That's really what it is right now. There's no space to really hide your units unless you ball them together like you've seen me do here. This is preventing Ike from warping. The only spot he can warp here is where Lumira is. I'm not sure if he can take out my Lumira because she's not very invested. I just have her as a mythic for her stone terrain. If I can replace her, if I could replace her, I would, but I don't have any other options currently. And also, she gives the defense buff to Ike, so there's that as well. But Asker also provides the same role, so what can you do? She can probably survive Emblem Ike here. I'm pretty sure she outspeeds him.
Yes.
The problem is, I don't know if she lives it, or if she's going to be able to hit this res check to trigger Scowl on this Ike, because his res is so high. So kind of don't want to have her eating a great ether to the face. That's not a good idea. And also, if once he gets behind, I can't move, like, I can't then fight him. It'll be really difficult to fight him, or fight everyone else that's left around. And I also need to get the pots, so there's that as well. I was thinking about using the save team for this, the one that I was just talking about, but the mobility, again, that was one of the biggest problem with save teams, mobility. Guidance has kind of solved that, but Gatekeeper here would have been like, nah, bro. So that's the reason that I didn't bring it, because I needed the extra movement. The other thing I was considering is trying to get, instead of Guidance, I was going to get like Rain Snap. Like, just trying to plan against this made me realize that you probably want to get Rain Snap somewhere. But then I also need Breath of Life support. Those are the three things that you like for tanking with save units currently. You need Breath of Life, you need mobility. Well, I guess it's only two things. Breath of Life and mobility. Currently I put Breath of Life on Sedith for the save team. Because I already have Warping on Peony, so yeah, we'll see how it works out. Unfortunately, Embla's nerfed Thuse's bonus this week, and she doesn't really provide very much, aside from the speed blessing. She doesn't really provide very much to the save team, so I'm probably gonna have to drop her for someone else. But I don't like my options from the units that are currently bonus. Mia, you can build her to survive Ike, which I think was actually pretty decent. With Pavis, she can live against Ike. The problem is
it time?
She can't really do much of anything else after that, and it's a really specific counter. Flyers need their own form of unpierceable DR that is a special. Just like how infantry units have Gust, and armors have Hardy Fighter, Aegis, Pavis. Yes, you can run Pavis, blah 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 on Flyers as well, but they need, and also armors have like Armor Beacon, Blaze, stuff like that. Flyers need their own variant of that to make the Ike matchup more favorable for them, because I don't want to be running Pavis on Mia just so that she can survive Ike and then not kill anything else, because that was the biggest problem. I was trying to use her for summoner duels, and that was the biggest problem that I was running into. She was really just failing to kill things, and also getting doubled because I don't know what ace skill to give her, because being able to attack, to have the distant counter is a huge boon, but then also if you lose your status effects, it doesn't work out in your favor, and if she has no way of neutralizing her penalties, so it's, I don't know what to do with her. Read that. But that's the only thing that she's lacking currently. If we get some type of unpierceable DR for Flyers in a special, I'm not talking about a B skill or an A skill, I'm talking about a special specifically, then Flyers will take a huge jump. I'd love to put something like that on my Chloe, who I've had to bench because the majority of her DR is pierceable, unfortunately. So that's the one thing that she's really lacking. And then, yeah, she can probably start kicking again. I was thinking, like, someone said, Oblivion gave me an excellent idea to, like, for summoner duels, because one of the things that I'm lacking a team in summoner duels. I think I showed that previously. And what I want to do is build a team with Flyers. Nice, we got the kill on Makai. I was really worried about having to deal with her flying over the mountain tile there. But again, Sedith plus the terrain here are just like working wonders for me. So there's that. But yeah, Flyer. I really want to build a Flyer team, and Harmonic or Duo. Is it a Duo Harmonic Anna?
I've got this.
Or Duo Anna, whichever it is. I realized, like, when Oblivion said it, that she can actually run an AoE with no problem. So that's probably what I'm going to do with her, because it just makes a ton of sense. And, you know, with her kit and everything, she's a lot like, or side grade, or one of them is a side grade to the other of Mia. So she can do a lot of the same things. If you give her like a little bit more investment, she'll hold up just the same. So I'm thinking of like pairing the two of them plus like a couple nukes and running like a Flyer line that has some type of melee support, because SD is like, there's so many Omni tanks in SD currently, and just like tanks in general that are just bulky units that are just so hard to kill, that you definitely need some type of killing power behind those two units, and both of them are green, so I kind of want to spread out the color combination a little bit. So that's going to be a team that I'll work on in the back. Let's see how that performs. It won't be for SDR, but SDS next month, I'll probably use something like that. Because it gives me a little bit more variety in terms of like what I can do in the game mode. Maybe I can even put Catcher on the team, who knows, but or Cordelia, because I've also had to bench Cordelia because the what's the word I'm looking for? The triangle attack and the dual strike just offered nothing lately. Hold up, I think I'm making a mistake here. Oh, does Asker live this? I know it says 0, but we've all seen Ike's zeros. They're not exactly 0. Holy.
This one's mine.
Oh my god. Great job, Asker. Great job, Asker. Oh my god. That's probably a lot of center support as well. I was thinking that I should give Asker some type of upgrade, like giving him Lagoos Front 4 and stuff. But
engage.
I don't use them in any other game mode, so I was like, I don't think it's worth the investment. But my god, I didn't expect him to survive Ike there. That is that was a big miss. Whoa! Yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay. This isn't like the best Ike build. It's really built for him to be away from his support team. But the fact that we're able to take him out is fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome. That was a huge misplay on my part. I didn't mean to allow Asker to be exposed like that. I wanted Ike to attack into Ike and then I could take out Ike. But that's a huge win for me because now I can get the pots without like having to stress about it too much. But yeah, I was saying that that's the flyer team that I have in mind for Summoner Duels. The Mia and Anna combination, I'll see how that works out. I'll give it some practice, some testing, and see how it works. And then from there, I don't know, man. See what I get up to. Think we should get the legendary banner soonish. Yeah, probably tonight, or by the time that you're seeing it, the banner would have already been out. But it's like Wednesday, so you probably see it tonight. Or I'll probably see it tonight since it's Wednesday when I'm recording this. But yeah, let me move Asker. I think this trap is real. There we go. Alright, so we'll get the pots next turn and then close out Gatekeeper here to call it a wrap.
For all life on land.
I'm actually wondering if I should upgrade Lumera and Asker since they're like so like important to tanking strategies these days. Previously, it used to be like the mythics that give you speed, so it'd be like Nerthus, Peony, Uller, because you needed all the speed that you could get to compete. But now, not so much. The defense and res are really like the more desirable stats, and the fact that they give that out plus the extra support effects that they provide. I'm wondering if I should like invest into them. I don't think the bulky unit or the Ike meta will end anytime soon because they just keep giving him more stuff and he just keeps getting better. So I don't know, like Kai Dragon Wall and then like Lagoos Front 4 on Asker, just to prevent him from dying in situations where he gets accidentally sniped. But we'll see what I do. GG's.